Joe Biden now says that he's the candidate that everyone needs to pick when it comes to racial justice and harmony in America, and he'll fix everything. Really? Joe Biden, the guy who's been in D.C. for decades? Hey everyone, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO, as America again waits for probably another night of violence and riots throughout the United States. You've got the Democrat nominee, or supposed nominee, Joe Biden in Philadelphia, saying that he will, quote, not fan the flames of hate if he's elected president of the United States. About a week after a nationwide unrest and months into a self-imposed quarantine, the former vice president addressed the chaos gripping American cities and compared President Trump to a segregation era authoritarian. Biden's speech, delivered Tuesday at the Philadelphia City Hall, highlighted Trump's rhetoric and actions against the backdrop of the ongoing pandemic and the wave of protest and also riots after the death of George Floyd. You have Joe Biden, who has been around for a very long time, folks, in Washington, D.C., and he's saying now, elect me and I'll fix everything. Where's Joe Biden been? He's been in D.C. for decades. He was the author of that 1994 very controversial crime bill, which you even look at Vox, and Vox points out, hey, if you ask some criminal justice reform activist, the 1994 crime law passed by Congress, signed by President Clinton, was put a lot of people, a lot of black Americans in prison, led to a lot of overcrowding in prisons, and a lot of what we're dealing with right now. On the opposite side, you have President Trump, who has championed criminal justice reform. During the Obama-Biden administration, black unemployment was sky high. During the Trump administration, black unemployment was actually very low until we shut down the nation due to coronavirus. So what actually has Joe Biden really done? And the answer is nothing. And it's not just on race issues. It's on everything. When you talk about draining the swamp, when you talk about people who have been in D.C. forever and not gotten much done, look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden has had decades to fix America, and he hasn't been able to do it. Even under as Obama's vice president, they couldn't stop what we see going on in America, and now Joe Biden is promising to close the gap, if you will, and bring racial harmony to the United States. Sorry, I'm not buying it from Joe Biden, and I don't think the voters will either. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. It's going to be a very busy Wednesday show, as we have quite a few guests who will appear on the program. We'll also talk about a Facebook post made by a LPD officer that has it's upset a few people on Facebook. We'll get into that. And, of course, your phone calls, your text messages, and your Twitter messages as well. Have a great day.